There's a signal inside you, subtle, nearly silent, that decides whether you manifest what you want or repel it completely. Most people never notice it. They're too busy trying, forcing, thinking they need to do more to deserve more. But here's the truth. Manifestation doesn't respond to force. It responds to frequency. And that internal signal? It's your frequency set point. The emotional and energetic tone you carry when you're not trying to control anything. This episode isn't about how to visualize harder. It's about finally hearing that signal and tuning it so the outer world matches your inner harmony. Let me ask you something that will start our journey. When you want something deeply, do you feel expansion or contraction? This question activates a pattern recognition trigger, a realization. Wait. When I want something, I usually feel tense or scared. And that's the very tension that blocks the manifestation. This isn't about positive thinking. This is about energetic integrity. By the end of this episode, you'll not only identify your misaligned frequency, you'll reset it with precision, not forcefully, but energetically. This is the secret high-level manifestors know, and it's not a secret anymore. Most people think, if I want it badly enough, I'll get it. But energetically, wanting, some lacking. When you say, I want money, your signal is subtly saying, I don't have money. When you say, I want love, your signal often screams, I'm alone. This is the gap that blocks alignment. And here's the kicker. Your conscious desire is irrelevant if your subconscious frequency contradicts it. This creates what psychologists call cognitive dissonance. Your brain holding two conflicting truths. I believe I'm abundant versus I feel unworthy. The result? Mental strain, fatigue, and a chronic sense that manifestation just doesn't work for me. This is where cognitive load management becomes your secret tool. Let's simplify the system. Desire, jana, thought, signal, emotion, manifestation, frequency match. If your thought says, I want freedom, but your emotional signal says, I feel trapped, then the universe listens to your emotion, not your words. Now you start to see the pattern. The deeper problem isn't your desire, it's the conflicting identity underneath it. When you don't feel like someone who naturally attracts, your body broadcasts a signal of striving, not receiving. This tension is felt by people, opportunities, and yes, energetically, by the field around you. Let's bring in a simple identity reinforcement prompt right now. Say this out loud, slowly. I no longer identify with the version of me that begs for alignment. I am the one who receives by nature. You may feel tension when you say it, and that's good. That means the old frequency is being challenged. The magnetic mind isn't afraid of the gap. It closes it, not through effort, but through awareness. Ready to learn the technique to tune your signal without forcing? Let's go there next. You've heard people say, raise your vibration. But what does that actually mean in your real day-to-day life? Let's make this tangible. The key is to create what I call a frequency reset loop. A daily mental-emotional rhythm that subtly shifts your internal broadcast from seeking to receiving. Here's how it works, and it's built around 3 psychological triggers. 1. Micro-recognition of patterns. Pattern recognition trigger. Your mind is wired to notice repeated patterns. It's how it protects you. So instead of ignoring negative signals, bring them into the light. Every time you catch yourself saying something like, why is this taking so long? I need this to work soon. Pause. That's your signal. That's the old identity talking. Then apply the interrupt. This isn't me anymore. I now respond differently. You're training the brain to associate old patterns with an outdated identity and new signals with a new you. 2. Emotion, action, tension, and release. Stop trying to do your way into receiving. Instead, feel the way you would feel if it had already arrived. For 60 seconds, imagine it's done. Feel the spaciousness, the calm, the confidence. Then, let it go. This creates a loop. Recognize, feel, release, and repeat. The more you do this, the more your baseline frequency shifts. 3. Daily ownership ritual, psychological ownership. Each morning before checking your phone or diving into noise, ask, what would someone who already has it feel like right now? Then behave like that person for the first 10 minutes of your day. Drink your coffee slower. Walk with more presence. Speak fewer but more powerful words. You're not pretending. You're broadcasting. You're becoming. This loop isn't magic. It's science wrapped in spirituality. And the more you run it, the faster things start rearranging around you. Because the universe doesn't respond to force. It responds to frequency. And frequency flows from identity. Speaking of identity, in the next section, we're going to expose the hidden identity block that silently kills manifestation, even in the most spiritual people. Here's a truth that most manifestation teachings never talk about. It's not your lack of belief that's blocking you. It's your unconscious loyalty to who you used to be. Let that sink in. Some part of you is still attached to the identity that struggled, to the story that says, I have to hustle to prove my worth. Nothing comes easy for me. I always get close, then lose it. Even if you consciously reject these beliefs, your nervous system might still be wired for them. Why? Because that old identity, even if painful, is familiar. And the brain always chooses certainty over transformation, unless you consciously disrupt the cycle. This is where we use two powerful tools: identity reinforcement mechanisms, strategic tension and release. Identity reinforcement in action. Ask yourself, what would change in my life if I fully released the version of me that struggled to receive? This question creates strategic tension. It shows your mind a split. The old self that's safe but small, and the emerging self that's expansive but unknown. Now here's the breakthrough. If you stay stuck in the middle, not fully releasing the old, not fully committing to the new, your frequency short circuits. No clear signal goes out, and nothing sustainable comes in. You must make a choice, not by saying you're ready, but by behaving in alignment with that future identity before results show up. This is the real work. You don't wait for evidence to act like the person who receives. You act like that person. And then the evidence arrives. It's not acting. It's activating. To reinforce this shift, say aloud, I honor who I've been, but I now release all attachments to the struggle identity. I broadcast from abundance now, and I allow life to meet me there. Feel that in your body. That's the shift. In the next section, we'll build psychological ownership of this identity, so it sticks, and so the universe can mirror it fast. We've cleared the static. We've tuned the signal. Now, it's time to own the frequency of your next level self, not just mentally, but psychologically. This is where psychological ownership comes in. Ownership isn't about possession. It's about embodiment. When something feels like it's mine, your brain treats it differently. It becomes a part of your identity, your behavior, your reality. It triggers action, focus, and emotion to match what you believe you own. Here's the breakthrough. If you only hope for abundance, you'll sabotage it. But if you believe you already own the frequency of it, your mind will filter reality to support that belief. Let's activate ownership with a 3-part integration practice. 1. The future memory cue. Visualize one small but specific moment from the life you're stepping into. Not the big car or dream house, something simple and sensory. You're sipping tea in the morning, peacefully, because money isn't loud in your life anymore. You're laughing with someone, not wondering how to fix things. Make that moment visceral. Attach emotion to it. This becomes your daily anchor. 2. Claim with language. Language shapes ownership. Say, "This moment is already mine. I carry it now. I walk in it before it arrives." It may feel untrue at first. That's fine. Repeat it until it no longer feels like a stretch, but a standard. 3. Micro actions. That match. Each day, take one small action that aligns with this identity. Not to get a result, but to behave as the version of you who already has it. Want financial freedom? Pause before buying something, not from lack, but from clarity. Want emotional peace? End a toxic loop, not for drama, but for energetic congruence. This is how you program your system to stop trying and start transmitting. Because when your actions align with belief, belief becomes reality. You stop chasing life, and life starts chasing you. In the final section, we'll close the loop and create your daily magnetic protocol to keep you anchored, aligned, and unstoppable. Transformation isn't about one breakthrough moment. It's about consistent realignment, quiet repetitions that carve your identity into stone. So now that you've uncovered the silent signal blocking your manifestation, and you've reset your frequency through identity, ownership, and emotion, let's build your magnetic protocol, a 5-minute daily routine that keeps you broadcasting your new signal without burnout, force, or confusion. Each part of this protocol uses psychological patterning to keep your mind, body, and nervous system in harmony. Step 1. Start with stillness, 30 seconds. Before your mind starts racing, sit in silence. Let your system settle. This reduces cognitive load and creates space for clarity to enter. Let go of any to-do energy. Ask one question. What frequency do I choose to lead with today? Don't overthink. Let the answer rise. Step 2. Reinforce identity, 60 seconds. Repeat a phrase that matches your magnetic self. For example, I'm not waiting for the world to change. I am the signal now. I receive because I am aligned. Speak it out loud. Feel it. This reinforces the neural pathway of belief. Step 3. Visualize future memory. 60 seconds. Bring up the small but powerful scene you chose earlier. Sipping tea, walking freely, smiling with peace. Anchor to the feeling, not just the image. This strengthens your pattern recognition trigger. Your brain starts to look for cues in the real world that match that memory. Step 4. One aligned action. 60 seconds. Ask, what would my magnetic self do today? Pick one simple action, something aligned. Send that email. Say no to the old habit. Choose stillness over urgency. This activates psychological ownership. You're not hoping to become that version. You're already behaving like them. Step 5. Release control. 30 seconds. End with this. I did my part. I surrender the rest. This is your strategic release, a reset that prevents attachment and builds trust in flow. Do this protocol daily, and you won't just manifest more. You'll transform into someone who doesn't need to chase. Because magnetism isn't what you do, it's who you are when you stop pretending to be small. If this episode helped you feel the shift, not just in your thoughts, but in your energy, then you're ready for what's next. This journey doesn't stop here. It deepens, because you're not just learning how to manifest. You're becoming the person who no longer needs to. In episode 4, we'll explore the hidden saboteur, why your mind resets your progress without you knowing. It's one of the most important shifts you'll ever make, So if you're serious about rewiring your frequency and claiming your power, then don't miss it. Subscribe, hit the bell, and comment below. I am the signal. Because when you declare it, your transformation begins to echo back through everything you touch. See you in the next episode.